Okay, so full disclosure, I have purchased from this brand before. I gave my little brother a cashmere sweater from them. My partner actually bought a few pieces and he really loved them. So I decided to buy a bunch of their stuff for myself to see if it's something that I would actually like. And I'm going to try to style all of these pieces. I have one thing from them that's mine personally, which is their slip dress, which I do like a lot. But I don't really like the way it grabs at my body per se. I feel like that really silky, shiny material highlights all the parts of my body I'm not a huge fan of. So today we're going to try out their most popular items. I'm going to tell you if I would buy it or if I wouldn't, and then we'll get into the sustainability of them. Let's dive into it. We're going to start off with these two sweaters. We got a really thick knit, and then we have their ever popular $50 cashmere sweater. Actually, I feel like because this is probably the thing that people care about the most, I'm gonna wait till the end because, you know, watch hours, and then if you want to see that, I will make sure to leave cards and markers so you can actually see the timing, so you can see if it's something that you actually want to fast forward to. So cashmere sweater will be last, but let's start with this chunky knit sweater. This is the Mongolian Cashmere Fisherman turtleneck sweater. This was also one of their most popular items, and I also purchased it because my current sweater, that's a gray turtleneck, not looking really great, and also made of 100% poly. It is so cozy and soft, and I don't want to give it up, and it's super thick. The lines are actually kind of clean. I feel like in the photos you actually got to see some of their Crewneck sweaters, and their sweaters look kind of off, like the stitching didn't look great, but I actually feel like in person it looks a little bit better. I will say this, I'm so used to like the seam on a shoulder kind of being up here, and it's currently on the back, but I also feel like that makes it look really polished. Yeah, I think this is actually a very nice sweater. I feel like I'm gonna have to keep this one. Next, we have the ultra stretch trousers. Okay, so here's the thing about this. Like, instantly, they look like they're stretch trousers, which to me kind of makes it look like they're cheap. I kind of feel like, I don't know. I feel like maybe it's just because I've been so used to like really high quality trousers, and I've decided to invest a lot into that, and I have decided to move away from this kind of stretchy material. But it looks kind of like, they look like workout pants to me. I ignored, and these aren't real pockets. This reminds me of jeggings. If anyone watching this is over the age of 18, there was this thing called jegging. Anyone under 18 would be, probably did not live this. There's a thing called jeggings where we used to wear really super tight jeans, and then we'd wear jeans that were leggings that had a jean print on them, and they looked really cheap. So I'm gonna try this on and tell you if I like it. But instant looking at it, it's a no. I'm so sorry. I know that I'm supposed to be like presenting in a way that like brands like more, but I kind of don't like these. That's where I'm kind of at this place where I feel like you can either be really comfortable and you can sacrifice the looks, but for me, I kind of care more about the fit more than I care about the comfort. I feel like I will put up more with slightly uncomfortableness so I could feel good on a regular basis, in comparison to this, where the problem with these like really tight, almost like legging-like material is that, one, they're gonna sag off your butt after enough time because elastane just wears out over time, and two, it just looks kind of lazy. Like, the thing about them that I will give is that there is a slight crop, so it looks kind of better, but not really. I would not say that I would ever go for these ever again. I also feel like it's highlighting the part of my body I don't really like. So and I think if I were to wear anything like high-waisted, because there is like a lack of fabric, it looks cheap. It looks almost like it's highlighting the parts I don't like. It's cheap, and I don't think I'd ever wear it again. Okay, next is the slip skirt. This is something that I've actually been really wanting for myself, but we're just gonna do an initial reaction, then we're gonna try it on. So I know it's wrinkly because I just got it out of the bag, but I really like the stitching, like right off the top, because it's straight. There's something where if you're buying clothing and you notice that the stitching is kind of all wonky, that means that they really brushed this product, but I do feel like this one is really straight. It's elastic up here. Doesn't give you that much stretch, which is fine, and I do this thing when I try clothes where I just kind of turn them inside out with products like this. So I feel like the stitching is actually really clean. You could tell like the stitching is like they really put in effort and time into it. It is really shiny. Skeptical, but let's try it on. I was really skeptical of getting a silk skirt, but I actually feel like it looks very elegant. I feel like it looks much more expensive than it is. I'm actually shocked by how much I like this. So this one isn't part of her like best sellers, which is honestly what I went off of, but something that I really want to try on, which is a sweater dress that's 100% black. This looks like it's not going to be petite girl friendly, but I'm going to try to belt it and we're going to see if we can make it work because I think it feels so soft and it does look really beautiful. I understand the fact that I have like 7 black dresses, but worth it. So let's try it on. Again, looking very expensive. It's actually landing at a very good spot for me. I like this. It's 100% cashmere. It gives me a lot of shape. Let me try to belt it to see if I like it more. This is not off their website, but this is a real leather belt. It was one of my splurges last year on like building out a wardrobe that I really like, and it is worth the money. All right, let's see. It's like, yeah, because even if I do that and I just kind of pull it up to give it a little bit more shape, it highlights my figure a lot better. I feel like it looks like I tried really hard in this dress, as I didn't try at all. I just put it on. This is my favorite thing so far. I could style this in about 50 different ways, and it's real cashmere. It's 100% cashmere. It's super comfortable. Yeah, I really like it. And now we're gonna go for the big one. And when I mean the big one, I mean the thing that they really highlight is their $50 cashmere sweater. So when I first saw it, the stitching looked really bad quality on the website where the neckline is and where the shoulder is. I feel like there is a lot of room and improvement for that. So I am going into it being very skeptical. However, I do need a new black sweater because mine got ruined by moths. And we tried to repair it and it didn't happen, so we're gonna try. Is this $50 sweater worth it? It is really nice. So I feel like the stitching on the photos was actually significantly not doing this justice at all. I love this sweater. It's so, okay, so I feel like when you're young and you want something bold and edgy, this is not for you. This is for people who really want to build a very classic, elegant, timeless wardrobe. I feel like this is something I will be trying to take care of to wear into many different parts of my life. This is they technically tell you to wash it yourself, but this is going to be a dry clean gal. I feel so comfortable. I feel very chic. It is really high quality, surprisingly. The stitching, it looked off and like off center in the photo, and I don't know if they've like changed their game or upped their quality, but this is amazing for a $50 sweater. Because again, can cashmere be $50? Turns out this cashmere can. I like this a lot. I'm very happy with it, and every single piece that I showed you today is going to stay in my closet except for those trousers. So I'm in the editing process of this video, and I wanted to talk really quickly on the fact that I said in the original clip that's gonna get edited out that I really like Quince, but I also don't think that they are sustainable enough. I wanna touch base on something really fast when it comes to the sustainable versus fast fashion conversation. I don't know people's economic status. I live in an area where if I decide to go vintage shopping or thrifting, I might find some really good high quality things because of the location I'm in. And I feel like that's actually a very common thing in a lot of big metropolitan cities. Other people who are not in that situation don't exactly have that. And I also think that Quince is not exactly a fashion company, and they do have some sustainability efforts, but they're not perfect. And I also think that they make good quality clothing, and it is good investment piece wise. I think that they do have some efforts to be more sustainable, especially in the aspect that they don't reduce textile waste and they still use animal products, and there is no official documentation or anything confirming that they pay their employees a livable wage, especially people who are making the clothes. However, the fast fashion versus sustainable fashion conversation is
really difficult from the aspect that it comes with a lot of judgment. And if you are someone who is looking to step up from your Zara gonna fall apart in the wash the moment, or like your H&M or your Forever 21, you're looking to upgrade your style, but you want something that's going to be a little bit better quality and it's going to last you a little bit longer, I think that this is actually a really good brand. I don't think they should be labeled so much as a sustainable brand. I would say that they're more just a clothing brand with some sustainability efforts, but they're not exactly there. And I also think in these conversations of fast fashion that the worst thing that we could do as anyone who talks about sustainability in clothing is shame people for buying fashion or clothing that's accessible to them, especially if these aren't some like, I'm packing up my Zara closet so I can be really trendy. This is a really good brand of, I want pieces that are gonna last me a long time, that look really good, that are made of natural materials, that aren't gonna cost me a lot of money, and I don't have to buy a ton of them. I think that this is more sustainable in the aspect that you're probably going to buy less in comparison to buying polyester crap that's going to only last you a few times and it's only in trend for like the next 3 weeks. I think that this is a better choice. I'm also never gonna shame anyone for buying something that's within their price budget, because that is the worst thing that we could do as people who care about the environment, because caring about the environment and global warming means that we also should be caring about people and their well-being, and that's the biggest reason why I care about sustainability, because I live on planet Earth. But I'm never gonna judge people, and if I have in the past, I'm sorry, but moving forward, I think that I want to make this disclosure every single time I make a video on sustainability. I won't. I will maybe make a whole video on why the sustainability conversation sucks. But I think if you're looking for a good quality brand that's going to last you a long time, that's not going to be really trendy, that's good investment pieces, but you need them at an affordable price, I recommend this brand. I really do. Thank you so much for watching. I'm going to end this video before I get ahead of myself, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.